everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I installed the tie-down hooks in the bed of my new mini truck here. It makes it so much more useful for hauling home what I call art supplies and my wife calls junk. So stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Okay everybody, this is something that's not exactly a motorcycling project except for the fact this thing is registered as a motorcycle. But I have discovered one thing that I really needed as I was using this Massimo Cargo Max Trike is that it needed some tie-down hooks in the bed. As you can see, I've got one located. What I had to do, raise the bed and check under the bottom and see where the structure and the wiring and all the stuff that you want to avoid drilling into is located. And once you figure that out, gather up your tools, which I already have, because you can see I already got one done. Get these cheap little D-rings at your favorite cheap tool store. They work great. They just need to be solidly bolted down or screwed down. Don't use sheet metal screws to hold them to something it won't hold for long. Like I said, I've already looked underneath and made sure of where the structure is and where the wiring is. So all I have to do is carefully drill the holes through these things. I'm trying to be sure I line everything up on both sides. I'll take my center punch now. Go right in where I want the first hole. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to use a center drill with a counterslink on it. These are short and very stiff and less likely to wander out of the punched hole. Okay, let me grab my screws. In this case, I'm using a round head M6 socket head cap screw. What I want to do here is put the first one in place right here, just temporary, to hold this in place while I punch and drill the second hole. Of course, the tread plate, the floor plate, will make it a little more difficult. Make sure that's lined up correctly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drill the rest of the holes, because you'll need to raise the bed up to bolt everything down. But I'll show you one of my little tricks. You expose too much metal on your little made in China toys, they will rust. So what I've done here is I've punched a hole in this piece of cardboard. And I've got some old cheap red paint. And while I'm drilling out the other holes, just locate this over the hole you just drilled. The paint doesn't match, it doesn't matter, it's going to be hidden. You just want to cover up the bare metal and stop this thing from rusting. back here to the back side where I'm planning to do the next one. I've already located the structure and everything underneath it, so I know where I want the bolt to. Making sure that I clear the sides and the tailgate when they're folded back up. I'm going to double check this clearance just to make sure. That will be perfect. Got to make sure you have enough room to get your nut and your washer on the back side. Make sure the holes line up. Staving off the rust for a little bit. Wipe away a little bit of excess paint. It'll all be hidden under the tie down hooks anyway. Go on to the next one and repeat the process. I could measure these things, all that good stuff, but in this case, eyeball really is good enough. I'm finished drilling all the holes. As you can see, I already had this one done at the beginning. Move everything off the bed so we can raise it up. Like I said, you can use whatever size screws or bolts you want to. I was using a M6 stainless socket head cap screws. So I got, let's see, what size is this? It's an M5. You even know. Yeah, M4, Allen key, and a 10mm socket. So everything's out the way there. The bed is already unlatched. I'll just raise it up. Yeah, let me roll the camera up a little closer here. Put the first screw in. Put the washer and the nut behind it loosely. There's a reason why you do it loosely. Get your D-ring. Might have to loosen it up more than that. Well, I went too far. Alright. Let's see where my screw landed. Yeah, these screws fit into the category barely long enough. I'm going to have to go ahead and put this D-ring through here. It depends on where it lands at on the bed. Pain doing this left-handed. I have an injured left shoulder. It's an old injury and it's permanent. It's alright. Funny, as broken up as I am, sore as I get, as much as it hurts, I still have to be careful with things like the M6 bolt, not to snap them off. guess that's one advantage to keeping yourself healthy and staying in shape most of your life, is when you do get old and frail, you're not quite as old and frail as everybody else. So anyhow, let's come down here and repeat the process 2 more times. This one's going to be kind of interesting. Put the side of the bed back up so that I can reach it better. That's one of the handiest things. You can load this thing from any side. That's one of the neatest things about it, being able to load it from any side. Except, of course, the very front. Put the screw through that hole. I shouldn't have put the washer on the ground, but I found it. And there we have it. We got 4 tie-down hooks installed in the bed of this thing. These will come in very handy. When strapping in cargo. I know I've made noise about increasing the performance and all that, but in all honesty, this is my second modification to it. First being the extended mirrors. Making this thing is so useful as it is, that making it more useful is actually more important to me at the time than increasing the performance. Although, like I said, I will be upgrading the electrical system soon. Why? Because everything I own is either an art project or an experiment, and I just can't help myself. After all, stock sucks. Anyhow, that's it for now. I want everybody to keep riding, keep wrenching, and stay crazy. I'm going to ride a motorcycle now. Y'all take care.